To assist with that, I put the table in motion, which in turn has the patient's spine in motion. And as the spine is moving, I check one area after another to see where areas of joint malfunction might be. And that looks like this. So by doing that, I've identified where some tight spots are, and the next stage of treatment would then be either to do some stretches or to do some detailed soft tissue work. If I were doing stretching, I would select this area right around the right shoulder blade, and that would look like this. Now, if I found that the muscles weren't releasing with that kind of soft tissue work, then I would use an applicator on this instrument. It has the advantage of both vibrating and percussing at the same time, and that really helps to loosen up tight muscles. There may be an area that needs a little more detailed work, and in that case I would use a different attachment and perhaps a different speed. And the idea here is not to take the place of a massage therapist, but instead to relax any tight muscles that might inhibit the adjusting of the spine. The adjusting I do with this instrument called the Impulse IQ. It has several special features to it, and I'll demonstrate those as I actually do the adjusting. The one thing that I like especially is that it has very precise pressure settings so that I know exactly how much force is being applied when I do the adjustment. In most cases, I have the table in motion once again, because if a joint is already moving, then it becomes easier to adjust that joint. So I've determined that this right sacroiliac joint is not moving as well as it should. I use a very specific applicator in the instrument. And you'll note that the instrument changed its own speed according to how well the joint was responding. And the single beep indicates that the adjustment has been accomplished. In other words, that joint has started to move better than it did before the adjustment. I then checked the other joints that I found to be tight during the initial survey. And in the case of this mid-lumbar joint, I would use a different applicator. And in this case, the instrument beeped twice and then turned off. That simply means that it tapped that joint 36 times and the joint did not move. So typically that'll mean to use a different angle or maybe a different amount of force to adjust that joint. And in that case, the joint did move. I then checked this area, especially in between the shoulder blades where things were unusually tight. And then I'm going to check the rib cage. Very often when the spine itself is adjusted, the ribs will start to move better. But if there are any ribs that are malfunctioning, then I do want to adjust those. And then I'm going to adjust this one fixated joint that I found in the neck. That too requires a different pressure setting. Very precise contact. And there again the instrument beeped, indicating that the adjustment had been accomplished. So far I've done the survey, I've done the stretching and soft tissue work and the adjusting, and now I do what I call the recheck. So this is the same as the initial survey, but in this case I'm checking to make sure that those joints that I wanted to adjust actually responded the way I wanted them to. And if there are any areas that are still tight, like this one rib on the left side, then I can come back in and adjust that. And then the treatment is finished. Again, I'm Dr. Ted Johnson from Reno, Nevada. I encourage you to check my website, drtedjohnson.com, or to give us a call at area code 775-826-2200. Thank you.